Alright boys, what is going on? We are doing a trade recap of how we made $735 today. So let's just get right into the bias. Okay, so looking at this morning's price action, I seen we had held this a 4-hour value gap to the left of us. You can't see it in this picture, but it's there. And then from there, we got displacement and inverted this 1-hour bearish gap. So this honestly just gave me kind of the narrative of we were going to be pretty bullish, and it made sense for price to go higher. We had this 1-hour unmitigated gap above and all this LR leading up to it. So, and this is a 50-minute chart. So with all that in mind, all I wanted to see was a pullback into an hourly for value gap, get some really nice manipulation to sponsor this distribution. And that's what we ended up getting. So market open, we kind of opened straight lower into this 1-hour bullish gap. Got a really good inversion, really good speed and displacement. And then from there, I can say what kind of wavered my conviction a tiny bit was that ES wasn't delivering from any for value gaps. But honestly, the setup was really good, and it didn't waver my conviction enough to fade it. I kind of knew if we wanted to hit this discounted gap and ES wanted to hit this other gap, that I would just re-enter. So I entered off this 1 minute here. It's right here. Bro, I think I got a butt fill. Something like this. I went break even at this high here. Once we displaced way up here, there's no reason we should reverse and return back to our entry point. So this was a pretty solid break even point. And honestly, we just flushed straight to take profit. It was all green candle, or I guess blue candles up. Straight into our draw on liquidity. The only thing that I kind of regretted a tiny bit is I normally trade 1-to-1, and I've been getting some pretty high RR trades recently. So I didn't want to not feel as if I'm getting greedy, but I didn't want to just let one fully run. It would have been 2 RR. We got 1.7, which is still really good. But also kind of feel like this was not an emotional target, but a tiny bit. I just didn't want to be too greedy. I don't know how to explain it. But we ended up hitting that unfilled 1 hour, and then that was that. But this whole time, I knew there was a potential that we can reverse off this 1 hour. I think I even said it in my bias. Let me see. Yeah. And after that, I knew we had a potential reversal because my DOL was a 1 hour unmitigated for value gap. Which, oh, never mind, that's not my kilo continuation higher towards unfilled 1 hour. If we just rip straight to it, depends on the structure, manipulation of time. If we take a short, okay. Other than that, I'll take continuation shorts. If we just rip straight up to the draw liquidity. So that was kind of like my narrative based situation, like what I was saying was going on. We did end up getting a short. So we had a few opportunities. We had this 5 minute here. Stop loss was massive, I'm not gonna lie. So this wasn't, oh actually it was this one, a little better. So it wasn't the best in the world. Ended up getting a 1-to-1. This was honestly still a really good trade. I don't know if I would have took this or not, because I already ended up green on the day. So overall, really solid trade. Definitely not a bad one at all. I think Blake took this. I definitely would have got break even though, because I would have tried and found a spot for us to go break even. Unmitigated to 1 minute right here. We shouldn't reverse, but it's a solid place to go break even. From there, we came up and we filled a 15 minute. We had a 10:30 open high, low close into an unmitigated 15 minute, generating LR with an inversion to the downside. This was honestly, I might even like this more than this. I don't know, but I was already up on the day, so I didn't take any more trades. But Blake took this one as well, and Patty. Dodgy took this one, the one I took. So a lot of good setups today, but I think he did a CSID entry because a lot of the times we would get an invalidated entry, and I think at this point I would have just let it be. But you do kind of got to force them a lot of the time, especially when you have such a clear draw on liquidity. So CSID entry on this, Targeting the unfilled 1 hour. Really good day. Honestly, I don't think there was any losses today. Maybe someone forced a long somewhere up in here. Yeah, maybe someone forced some type of long up here. Or maybe up here, some FOMO entries. But other than that, I don't know. I think at this point, we get the 5-minute inverse. There's no reason you should be bullish at all whatsoever. Especially when we get this 15-minute continuation. Then you confirm the bearish bias. But yeah, really good trading day. I journaled it a bunch. Have this fat paragraph here. A little weekly overview here. But that's going to do it for the video. I will definitely not post anything over the weekend. Maybe I'll make a retarded reel or something like that. But I'm going to enjoy my weekend. I will catch you guys later. Peace.